Hello guys, I know I've said I wouldn't make this video, but one of my subscribers actually insisted that I should make this video because they're interested in it, and I'll do anything for my subscribers. So thank you very much for the suggestion, K Pairs. I hope I said that correctly. K Pairs 1121, and thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate you, and this video is for you and for anybody else that watches. So if you guys got any recommendations, you are more than welcome to tell me and I'll make that video for you guys. Thank you very much. Let's start the video. The first vehicle is the Scramjet. This vehicle is more fun than practical because in terms of practicality, it only offers one missile to the car and it will be done for, so not armored. And another thing is that there's no protection for the occupants inside, so you can be easily shot out of it by the police or the players. And this thing is a water magnet too, so whenever you send this thing flying, it tends to attract itself to water for whatever reason. But I don't think he actually does that. I think that's just my terrible driving. But anyway, this vehicle is more fun than practical. That's why it's this low down the list. But there will be more vehicles better than this down the list. Next vehicle on the list is the Weaponized Tamper. This vehicle may not have rocket-propelled boosters at the back, but what it makes up for it is the dual minigun, which in my opinion makes it more practical than the Scramjet. At least you're not overshooting your targets with this thing. With this thing, you're gonna destroy it, tear it to shreds with the dual minigun on top. However, one disadvantage of this vehicle being that it's not armored. It doesn't have armored windows or anything like that. Even if you add the armor protection that it comes with, which I don't have on this vehicle purely because it's cosmetics and it's not really useful and it doesn't offer any protection, and it's practically the same as not having it. So you're not really protected and it always gets blown up by one rocket, and if you're not too careful you can get blown up by your own rockets as well. Although this thing has rockets, they're not homing and they are free aim as well, so not really practical. You would only use this thing for the dual minigun. Next vehicle is the Weaponized Ignis, which is practically a Lamborghini with a minigun strapped on top of the roof. This vehicle is a better and improved version of the Weaponized Tamper, purely because it's much faster thanks to its HSW upgrade, or even without the HSW upgrade, it's practically faster than anything else that I'm going to mention on the list. I mean, except the rocket propelled stuff, but that's its own thing. Whereas this vehicle, what it excels in is in armor capabilities, because this thing has bullet resistant windows, so you're much more protected than a Weaponized Tamper. And however, one drawback to this is that you are not able to use the minigun cannons for the targets behind you. You have to physically turn the car around in order to use them. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem because you can use your drive-by weapons, which is a nice feature. So I like to use the Weaponized Ignis in situations where there are police involved, not mainly players, because players now these days have Oppressor Mark IIs and other things that have explosive capabilities, because this thing would be useless in that regard. So really, this vehicle is only meant for headhunter or missions involving NPCs. Whereas with window capability, the windows are bullet resistant, so meaning that you can get taken down by 16 bullets, by standard bullets. Whereas with FMJ, they will be instantly shattered. So yeah, and this thing only takes one rocket and then it's done. For the next vehicle, we have the Oppressor Mark I. Before the Mark II, there was a Mark I. And this vehicle is not used as much today purely because of the Mark II existing. So yeah, and this vehicle is still useful somewhat. In the right hands, it could actually be more deadly than the Oppressor Mark II, because this thing has missiles strapped to it and they are much more accurate than the Mark II ones, because the Mark II ones recently got nerfed. So in the right hands, it could be useful, but to me, who is an amateur with this thing, is pretty useless. So yeah, you can practice with this vehicle to get better, but I never tried and I probably never will, because why should I? Next vehicle on the list is the Deluxo, which is based off one of the cars that are like in real life, which is the DeLorean, and from my favorite movie, Back to the Future. So in this video, as you can see, I made it look like the Back to the Future variant, particularly the Back to the Future 3, because that's one of my favorite movies. But anyway, beside the point, and this thing can fly, hover, and do pretty much anything except use drive-by weapons, which is one of the things that I wish this thing could do, pretty much like the scramjet and the other vehicles. And this vehicle brings me back to a simpler time when we used cheat codes in GTA San Andreas to fly around the city. I mean, not as fast as they used to, but at least we were flying with a car. And I cannot tell you how peaceful it is to fly around Los Santos while tuning into iFruit Radio or perhaps non-stop Pop FM while flying around the Los Santos without a care in the world, or by yourself or with other players. I mean, with other players, you tend to hear the beep beep sound, which can ruin the fun. But anyway, this thing is the reason why I visit my yacht occasionally, because this thing is so convenient to use to get to the yacht, and I use it to get to my yacht and probably chill in the hot tub for a bit and then probably head out and murder some people. But anyway, this thing is one of my favorite cars to have. I mean, why not? I mean, here's the thing. This game has a flying motorcycle, so why not a flying car? I mean, it shouldn't be here in the first place, but it's so bad that it's so good. I don't know how to describe it. I just love this thing. So yeah, I mean, the reason why I didn't put it this high up on the list is because I cannot use it in pretty much any jobs nowadays. Like, for example, if I want to do clock and bell raid, I won't be able to use it. Which is why it's this low on the list. But other than that, a fantastic car. I would have put it higher if I could use it in the missions. And yeah. For the next vehicle, we have the Toreador. In my previous video, I mentioned this vehicle, but I'm going to mention it more here because it would make sense for it to be at the second place, as this is a weaponized vehicle and it's one of my used vehicles as well. So yeah, first of all, this vehicle has unlimited missiles, which is a first of its kind, and it's a really good feature as well, because here's the thing, whenever you use the other weaponized vehicles that are on this list, you have the anxiety of running out missiles. And when you run out of missiles, you have to drive to your garage and then replenish it, or perhaps go to a Los Angeles Customs to repair your car so you can have your missiles back, in the case of the scramjets. Well, this thing is practical in its own way. You can pretty much use this to fight off Oppressor Mark IIs, as well as doing some headhunter missions if you really wanted to. And you can also explore the deep seas with it, and as well as finding hidden cash. I mean, I didn't find the hidden cash particularly profitable, but you can still use it, which is good, which is better than the Kosatka. So yeah, you can put waypoints down and you can drive there yourself rather than relying on the big old submarine. So yeah, the Toreador is another fantastic car to own, but the reason why I put it second place is because this used to be a car that you could use in heists, but nowadays you can't, unfortunately, and there's only one vehicle of this kind that can be used as heist, which is the next vehicle. For the number one spot, we have the Vigilante. The reason why I put it this high is that because I can use this in most of the missions and as well as the heists. In this case, I used it for the Clock and Bell raid, and it's fantastic because it has boost propellers which can boost you across the city, and as well as having its own rockets as well, which is good. There are 30 of them. They're not unlimited like the Toreador, but they're still practical nonetheless if you're trying to get rid of vehicles or people are in your way. And as well as being a rocket propelled, it has a heavy capability, so it's a very heavy vehicle which can make turning difficult but can plow through vehicles with ease, meaning that you won't slow down as easily unless you hit a tree, which in this game, trees are made out of titanium. So yeah, this is my number one vehicle because I use this mostly for heists, and I'm a heist player, so I found this the most practical vehicle to own. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys got any feedback for me, I'll be happy to read them along and put them into use. Thank you very much, and good day.